Hello and welcome to another Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer battle. Today we're on the map Mirrorwoods. Take a good look at it. It's just beautiful, this background here. And we're playing as Chaos and the Beastman together with Gabriel Taylor. I'll link his channel down in the description. Against a High Elf and Tomb King player, which have camped on this map and hit some of their troops down here in the forest, the High Elf player at least. To Swordmasters, well, I'll get to that later. So, let's start with the armies. The left player brought 2 units of High Elf archers, the basic variant, and positioned them in front of the Tomb King army here. And Star Dragon. Yeah, Star Dragon. Then 2 additional units of High Elf Spearmen, 2 units of Swordmasters of Hoeth, and 1 unit of Phoenix Guard. Then another Lord on a Star Dragon. This is a pretty dangerous army since there are so many Star Dragons. Yeah, Star Dragons are pretty scary. Even though their breath attack got debuffed so that it doesn't really do... so it does do real splash damage, basically AoE damage, not damage that just jumps over, so no splash damage but AoE damage. So that his breath attack isn't that effective at sniping single targets anymore, which it was previously. But it can still do a good amount of damage against multiple targets. Then for the Tomb King player we have 2 units of 3 units of skeleton bowmen and 2 units of Ushabti greatbows. No Chosen of the Gods or Blessed Legion of Vargt. So that's the thing, and 5 units of skeleton spearmen, as well as a Necrotect and a Hero Titan, and once again Zetra on his Chariots of God. Chariots of the Gods, and 2 units of carrion birds. Yeah, pretty strong air force. And we're playing as Beastmen and Chaos. So for the Chaos army we have a front line of leveled up Chaos Marauders, one of the units that are pretty good if they are leveled up, and even normally they have pretty good stats, except for their armor naturally. And, their weapon strength is also kinda low. I did not notice that. And then for the monster choices, we have 1 unit of Chaos Spawns, 1 unit of Dragon Ogres, 1 Dragon Ogre Chaggoth, Kolek Sun Eater, a Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with Cascading Fire Cloak, Flaming Swords of Ruin, and the Burning Head. Also the scroll, whichever it was, the damage resistant scroll, and the Feral Manticore flying of the army, which is pretty dangerous because if the enemy would have sniped it, you really didn't had any option to save it. Well, and for my army I brought 4 units of Angor Spearmen for the front line because these guys are expendable and they are pretty cheap. I think their price was reduced by like 25? Yeah, 25 gold, while the Bestigors and the Goreherds got additional 60 gold to their 50 gold to their price. So these Bestigors are now 1050, and these Goreherds are now 650. Yeah, and the shield version is also 650. So I brought 4 Goreherds, all leveled up, the central one to level 3 and the outer one to level 2 because I had some money left over, and 3 units of Bestigors. And then in the backline 1 unit of basic Minotaurs and 1 unit of Minotaurs with great weapons. For my leadership I brought Malagor the Dark Omen, as well as a Brave Shaman of Wild, both with only 1 spell. It's basically my new Beastman double caster build. And 1 unit of Chaos Warhounds with poison back here in the corner, Vanguard deployed. So let's start the battle. At this point we kinda know we have to march upon their position, and I should have checked that there are no high elf troops in here whatsoever. So should have expected them to be somewhere deployed on the side. Would have been way more dangerous if they were dragon princes or something. Because yeah, that's what I would have needed my minotaurs for. Here we have the artillery firing into... Oh, yeah, we have Eagle Claw bolt thrower. Artillery and archers firing into my Angor spearmen and so on. But I'm actually okay with them firing into my Angor spearmen because they are Angor spearmen, damn it. And I'm kinda marching upon their formation while my ally circles around and tries to attack them from behind. That was a strategy we decided to go for. And here we have a little Wildhide going off. I just wanted to catch the moment when his both units overlapped, and yeah, it did pretty well. But naturally it's mostly for the passive buff. And we have the dragon flying behind the army, fire and waiting for a moment to snipe my heroes. Also we have the Hero Titan going down into battlefield and casting Shem's Burning Light on my Shaman, but a Minotaur basically caught it for it. Thank you, Minotaur. Here we have the first wave going on, and as you can see, the enemy's lord is kinda sniping Malagor, the Dark Omen. Noticed it a bit so late, so my Minotaurs are still engaged here, and will only later get into battle. But the thing is, I want them to kinda pounce on the Iron Titan and etc. Together with these Bastigors, which just cut through skeletons. At this point we have the Chaos Warriors engaging the backline, which is mostly built of ranged troops, and my Poison Warhounds coming in for a little snack on skeleton bones. Yeah, fetch the bone. Fetch the bone. But sadly, both dragons are now pouncing on together with high elf reinforcements, which is not good for my Minotaurs. But luckily they didn't engage the Phoenix. Oh, they did, against my Minotaurs with great weapons. But still we have some Bastigors in here and a little Wildhide going off. Here we have some of my Gore herds fighting with some Ushabtis with great bows. Not the ideal fight, so I'm disengaging them against the Swordmasters of Earth, which were coming to backcharge my line. And I have my Chaos Warhounds do something, but then the dragon lands. And Chaos Warhounds are not good against dragons. At this point my leader is already dead, but I still have my shamans, so I can keep casting my stuff. Also we have the pretty healthy remains of the Chaos Army now supporting my backline. And another Wildhide going off. And if I pause here for a moment... Yeah, even my allies get the Vigor buff, and with that they should have fresh Vigor here still. Getting in Vigor with fresh battle, while the other units are already drained or at least diminished. Like the high elf units. And well, these are... Oh, well, not winded. But still their Vigor is still good as long as the spell is going on. And at this point we're going back into combat. I don't think I have too much winds of magic left. We have a little stand your all ground of Kolek going down here. So that even helps my Bastigors stuff. Against the, well, still active front line of the High Elf, which pose a great threat. But at this point we're... Oh, well, Carrions are trying to snipe the Chaos Shaman, Chaos Sorcerer. We have some spell going off here, I don't know which one it is. I think once again the higher player didn't bring any casters, which is weird, because casters are cool. Why are they cool? Well, they can cast spells that buff up your army, do damage, and are usually worth even if you only take one spell and maybe the passive if it's good passive. I mean, look at the vigor of all the units of our faction. I'd say Quad Era Demonstrandum. And here we have the Necrotect swinging into him. Hey, here's the whip melee infanterist. You should use his whip more. This point we're kinda blocking off around the Hero Titan together with the Shaggoth and Kolek, so the Hero Titan isn't doing too well. And here is the or is it Tomb King Prince? Someone died here, some hero. Sadly my caster gets routed off, but it wasn't too bad since he had no winds of magic left. I tried to get my units back into combat. And nearly forgot about this unit of, well, Chaos Goreherd, which has way better vigor than these high elf swordsmen. And we can take a look. These guys are down to 38 melee defense, because their martial prowess isn't active anymore, I guess. Yep. And they're kinda tired. Thought... Do you see the debuffs going off due to... I don't think you see them. Damn it. But you can believe me, they are pretty hard, and now we have the Dragon Ogre charging in too, which is not really optimal since these are spearmen, but that's okay. Also, we get a little spell here of the Chaos Wizard, I believe. No, it's Kolek Thunder. And at this point, Kolek is charging into these High Elf archers. Oh no, it's a Dragon Ogre, not Kolek. Damn it, we're still basically fighting around the Hero Titan, but just wandering off because his moral was kinda low, and so we decided to just ignore him. I mean, what does he want to do? He has probably casted all his spells and is kinda slow, so we just run around him and support the main fight here and the Chaos Ogre, which even at the battle I thought was Kolek. I have to learn to differentiate them. Then we have Kolek also pounding on the Dragon Prince on the dragon. So it's not looking too well for him. We also have my Pestigors coming in, some of them. The Minotaurs are in here with their great weapons somewhere, I think. No, they aren't anymore. Yeah, they run. But still, Dragon Ogres are also pretty good anti-cavalry. And Kolek is just devastating against single targets. Here you saw him slapping a dragon, and here their Lord dies, which gives a little hit to their morale. This Titan routes off one of my Angor spearmen, basically, and also shatters him, which is bad for him. The spearmen kinda won the engagement. No, they didn't won the engagement, but they came back after fleeing once. So we still have this fleeing dragon and a unit of swordmasters of Hoeth, which would have been really dangerous, and a Hero Titan, which just swings his stuff and his... I don't know how you call it in English. but it doesn't help him because he breaks there and then just falls apart. And here we have him in his heroic pose dying. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Let's take a look at the kill count. The Angor Spearman got an unexpected amount of kills. They usually settle down around 20 or something. For my mages, they got an okayish amount. I mean, they were casting Wildhide, and Malagor only got one cast off. So, that wasn't great for me. And my Goreherds did still pretty amazing, especially this one with 103 kills. And the Bestigors also did pretty good against the armies they were facing. I mean, yeah, for the flanking maneuver I had to hold a bit, but therefore I have these Angor Spearmen, because no one really cares if they die, not even their only own friends. Sadly, my Minotaurs didn't get too many kills. They were off against a lot of Spearmen, Phoenix Guard and stuff like this, and Dragons, and a Hero Titan. But my Chaos Warhounds with poison did one good thing and then were routed off the field. Yeah. And for my ally, he did a pretty good flanking action. Sorry. And for Kolek and the Shaggot, we have a kind of low amount of kills, but they were fighting some of the heroes, so they did pretty good. And the Dragon Ogres got also a good amount of kills, even though they were fighting against some spearmen and stuff like this. And the Marauder frontline did quite well. Well, these two did not. I don't know really what happened to them, but these two did. And they were kind of running into the backline, so routing off these archers was pretty effective. Oh yes, they fought against Ushabtis with great bows, so you don't expect them to get many kills. But the Chaos Spawn got some kills, as well as the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire, probably with his burning head and stuff like this. And maybe he was even embedded into battle. Sadly, the Manticore didn't get too many kills. But yeah, you can't have everything. Oh, it were two Necrotech, so there was a Necrotech dying there. They even got the same amount of kills. Ooh. And once again, Cedra the Imperishable got a really good amount of kills on his chariot. Yeah, he's just deadly if you don't have something like Dragon Ogres to stop them, or Minotaurs with great weapons. Or some Elite Cav, maybe. The thing is, he has like 100 charge bonus, which is pretty darn devastating. And the Skeleton Spearman got an okayish amount of kills, but nothing too fancy. And the Skeleton Archers got only a low amount of kills. I don't know, they weren't really focus firing, I think, because they got charged by all these backline forces at some point. The Hero Titan got an okayish amount of kills, as well as the Ushabtis. Well, this one did not. And I think they weren't really focus firing Kolek or something. But once again, they were back charged. And for the higher player, the Dragons got a good amount of kills, killed my leader, and were in there to just annoy me. Yeah, Dragons annoy me. Dragons always annoy me. Get these darn dragons off my lawn. Yeah. And the Swordmaster support did pretty well, while the Spearmen didn't get too many kills, but they are mostly there for holding power. I mean, what else do you bring Spearmen in an Elven army? They don't really have too much attack force and have like 50 defense, while Martial Prowess is active. So, yeah, you go with them. And for the Phoenix Guard, 29 kills, but I think they were against a lot of big units, so yeah. And once again, the Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers got nearly none kills. Poor Eagleclaw. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, and bye!